Hello everybody, I'm Awesome Jimbo. Welcome back to Let's Playing Pokemon Sword. And so we finally got to the third gym, and we're just gonna keep going through the third gym. We already did like the first third of this. Yeah, I know this makes sense, but gosh, it's really disappointing that they just copy and pasted the same gym things, that they just gave it a different aesthetic. That was like one of the coolest concepts for Sword and Shield to have, is that you're gonna get exclusive gyms, but they just had, it's like maybe they could have different gym missions. That would be so cool. But no, they just ended up doing the exact same thing. They just swapped their aesthetics. The aesthetic, it looks like they worked on this one first, but they just then they just took the same concept and just put it in Pokemon Shield, and they just changed the aesthetics drastically. But, and yeah, that part where Farfetch'd gets a Galarian form, and yet regular Farfetch'd does not evolve into Surfetch'd. Oh boy. Yeah, I can definitely tell you I have some grievances with that. Wait, how are you ahead of that one guy who has the Beware when you're just using a very angry samurai duck? It's like, no, she only had like one Pokemon. Alright. Just go ahead and hit me. Like, but at least in the teacup, so let me guess, the 6th gym is going to have the exact same aesthetic as the gym in the second one. But like, I know the dude is, nah, I don't know why I'm saying that. It's the exact same thing. I already know. I watched Alpha Rad. Whoa! That totally wasn't like fucking put on display like right out of nowhere. Like that wasn't totally set up like that. That's what I meant to say. Defeat all the reckless gym challengers. I like Bruce Lee movies. Wow, you know, it was actually kind of scary. It was so scary that I got that prediction on point, and yet that I was like, speaking of Bruce Lee, I also like Jackie Chan movies as well. My favorite Jackie Chan movie is Kung Pao, Fist of Fury. No, he wasn't in that movie. There was that one nostalgic cartoon that people talked about a lot, that Jackie Chan was like one of the characters in that show. I don't remember what that show was called, but it was a really good show. It was a cartoon. And it's like one of those nostalgic animated shows that's like, if you grew up in this time period, you sure know about this show. I remember it was like an old guy, a Japanese dude who was voiced by Jackie Chan. Like, that's, I don't know the name of the show, and I don't know the characters, so I'm not gonna bother saying that. And then it was just a teenage girl. There's one episode I distinctly remember from that show where the girl gets like a tattoo, and Jackie Chan's like, no, don't do that, and don't do that because it'll make you evil or something. Sure enough, she puts it on, she becomes evil, which is like, maybe you were just a tad bit on the nose with that, Jackie. I like Jackie Chan. I haven't seen a whole lot of his movies. I've seen the new Karate Kid movie, and that movie was not very pleasant to watch because it was kind of boring, but Jackie Chan was in it, and that's about... You know what, I'm going to stop talking about Jackie Chan. I don't know why I started talking about him all the time. Alright, so in the last episode, I said, at the end of the last episode, I was like, oh, I'm going to look up, see where Beware places on the popularity scale. Oh, hello. Talking about... back when they were showing off that they were... showing off that there was going to be version-exclusive gym leaders, I was very adamant on picking Shield because I liked Alistair, but B is also really cool. And like, design-wise, she's also high-tier waifu material, if you know what I'm saying. Just based on appearance alone. And let's go ahead and just Earthquake of Death. Wait. her Hitmontop does not have Intimidate. That's like one of the main rules of owning a Hitmontop is you have to have one that has Intimidate, because otherwise Hitmontop is just hot garbage. Okay, not gonna lie, I'm half tempted to just use Runerigus the entire run. Because, oh my, wow, oh goodness gracious, it's just gonna completely wreck shop. Curse. Oh yes, please. Like, wait, what? I noticed in that bulletin board back there, it has Poison Jab. No, I don't want to teach you Poison Jab, it's attack. That is an Impidimp in the background. Like, who is that? I don't know who she's sending out. Oh, I mean, it kind of figures. I know for a fact she has Surfetched and Machamp. I did not know she had Pangoro. I mean, I say that as if I played through Pokemon Sword already. I've played Shield. Like, oh, you have Mold Breaker, so now the Mold Breaker is mine, bitch. And it's just gonna make the, like, I love Bee's design. Why on earth did I do that? It's like, normally Curse gives you, oh yeah, I forgot. It works differently depending on the Pokemon that uses it. Curse normally lowers speed but raises attack and defense. But yeah, if it's a Ghost type, it doesn't do that. It just cuts your opponent's HP like every single turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and cheese him out and just let him suffer. You know, B, if you were a smart gym leader, you could just, I don't know, switch out, because I'm not gonna let up anytime soon. I was like, man, Runerigus is just an absolute unit of a Pokemon, isn't he? It's like, this Pokemon is just really slept on. And oh yeah, also I guess if anybody decides to give a shit, if I had like a shiny Pancham, I would probably use a Pancham for my playthrough, but I've already used Pancham before. Oh gosh, he's like, I had no idea that until these games that I don't know what I was saying. Oh, let's go ahead and send out Flapple against a bird. That's a wise decision. Okay, so I gotta look up. Does Flapple learn any I'm sorry. No, I don't want to Dynamax. Like, this is probably a bad idea because her Surfetch probably has like has Brave Bird or something. That works too. It's not gonna do anything. It's like, Surfetched is a really cool Pokemon. So I gotta talk about something. So before these games came out, Surfetched got announced. I was like, I want to use that thing. That thing looks really beastly. But it's going to be a Sword exclusive. I want to use it in Shield. And so I bred for a shiny Farfetch'd in Pokemon Ultra Moon to prepare for that. And guess what? It won't evolve. So I have a shiny Cantonian Farfetch'd that cannot evolve. So, and I ended up, and I was like, I was so mad when, okay, just played Sparkles already. Not giving up, so neither should you. And I'm like, you have failed to kill at least one Pokemon of mine, and you're... Alright, I'll just go ahead and let you have that. Okay, oh, yellow Rotoms. Like, have the shiny hunters just, like, existed in video games and people just bred for so many Rotoms that they just overpopulated in the Pokemon universe? Ugh, gosh, he's so... Ugh, gosh, Mr. Mime is just so disgusting in this game. I do not like it very much. Let's just destroy everything. Your skills worthy of respect and Gigantamaxing. And it's like, man, what on earth could Gigantamax Machamp look like? Just kidding, I already know what it looks like, and it doesn't look that much different. At least they gave him pants. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say the disrespectful thing. Alistair was a more challenging opponent because, yeah, I like Alistair's battle better because at least he had more diverse Pokemon. Like, Bede only has 3 pure fighting types on her team. It's like you could have also used a Hawlucha, but then again I guess Hawlucha would have been way too strong. Okay, you're not even gonna bother using a fighting type move? Oh, I get what you're doing. Okay, that's respectable, but it's not enough because for some reason, oh, my Mr. Mime has just immediately disappeared. 10 out of 10 graphics. Like, Alistair is way more difficult because, like, the first Pokemon he has is a Galarian Yamask. No. That'd be nice if Mr. Mime could learn an Ice-type move anytime soon. That'd be so good. It's like, I felt the fighting spirit of your Pokemon and led them into battle. Yay! Yeah, as a battle, she was really disappointing. Like, her battle was just pathetic. Oh wow, her eyes looking like that, she just upped the cuteness factor. Take the fighting badge. Indeed I will. Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, B is bae. She is not best girl in this game, but like, oh man, she's got the anime eyes. Not that many of them nourish your spirit. Alistair is interesting for his intrigue, but he has better Pokemon and he's way harder. But he also has a Cursula and a Poltegeist, which is like, okay, well, he doesn't use them properly because no one in this game uses them properly. But then his ace Pokemon is a Gigantamax Gengar, and as you know, Gengar is a fucking unit. But Gigantamax Gengar is just Mega Gengar, but worse. Yeah, well, I'm not taking off your hands. The Hero Galar as well, though. What's there today is actually a replica of the ancient art used to be there. Oh, gee. Rising with sharp insights, I was wondering what you might think when you see the ruins. Oh, kaboom. Kaboom! Oh, sounds like someone's playing the Wind Waker minigame again. Ah, man, I really want to play that game again. Gosh, oh, how I so desire to play through that all over again. Oh, just take a bike right upstairs. Wouldn't it be great if you could just smoothly ride upstairs like that? Oh, I'm fully healed. That's nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and go up here. And also, these statues look like clay dolls. What are you talking about? Yes, you could have seen me in my... God, we gotta talk about that thing?
Destroy it! Destroy it all! We're gonna find this wishing star.
Tap glasses to go up.
Like, we've gotta bring the champion more wishing stars so we wanna place him. Caparaja, if you truly the champion's Pokemon, then you should feel grateful this chance to help him for wishing stars. Chairman's Pokemon, my bad, I didn't mean to say champions. Just look at this really, really stupid mural. Like, it has a sword and shield, but what is it? It's supposed to be flowers and with a mustache? Alright, hey, you bitch. Oh my, you again. So you think you can start collecting wishing stars now and get the chairman's favor? That's the way of things, is it? I see, so you do have some cunning in you. But I won't have it. I won't allow it.
This guy's voice just gets more and more nasally every time I fight him. And it sounds like someone just like rapidly smacking their hands all over a xylophone. That's not the proper instrument, but I have no idea. Oh, and at least his Pokemon have finally evolved. Not gonna mean anything, because it's very strange that he gets claws because his fingers are just those stubby, fat sausage fingers.
I already seen more than enough to judge you and your team's abilities.
So, what? So what? The deduction is that my Pokemon are going to completely wipe the floor with yours? If so, then that is the most astute observation. Oh, ho, ho. I think I've said before in my Pokemon countdown that Hattrem, that Rowlet is the yeah, and it only took out like 21 damage specifically. Yes, but I think I've said before that Rowlet is the cutest Pokemon ever. Well, Hattrem is the new cutest Pokemon ever. I didn't think they could ever top Rowlet, but yeah. All right, you know what? Nah, never mind. I was like, I don't want. Like, I don't know. This song is so annoying. I don't want Runrigus just to get the whole glory, but it's like, dude, I'm one-shotting every single one of your Pokemon, and yet you have the gall to smile with those buck teeth looking face. Gosh, like, either he's a really edgy 16-year-old he's like an edgy 12-year-old who has no idea of the concept of style, or if it's just an 80-year-old woman. I have to win for the chairman. Like, gosh, your name is stupid, your design is stupid. Gladian's team was way better than yours. Dude. You saw my Runrigus just like completely destroy every single Pokemon on your team in one hit, and yet you have the gall to start talking trash and just like be like, hey, I just let you win. Gosh, shove it up your ass, Bede. And this has been some kind of mistake. I demand a do-over. Like, dude, you're just gonna lose the exact same way. But why? How can this be? How can someone like you get in my way? I was the one chosen by the chairman. I was the one who was to defeat the champion. I'm one of the elite, someone who can shelter the future of the Galar region. Alright, and he's also using the chairman's Pokemon, which is that stupid elephant creature. And yet you still let him borrow that thing? Who cares if it makes you ruin the next 1,000 years are at stake? Did you stand in the path of a Pokemon Simple Beam or something? How do you expect to support the chairman with that sort of thinking? Like, okay, I'm gonna say, dubbers, please hire me to voice Bede in the anime. Just so I can give him that obnoxious voice and then immediately get kicked out. Oh, damn, did he just get kicked out? Like, you must be joking, right? You disqualified me from the gym challenge, but you're the one who endorsed me. There are 100 different ways we can sort this out. Why are you choosing the worst possible option? Oh man, I just hate this character so much. I just want to give him the most disrespectful voice possible. It's so funny. And yeah, that gives him a bit of backstory. But, like, his backstory is just so cookie cutter and half-assed. Like, battling for the chairman's sake. Gosh, he has the most cookie cutter backstory possible, and yet, like, it's not interesting. It's just insert edgy character backstory here. Oh, what is this? Turns out it was trying to cover up something. Gee, who would have seen that coming? Like, huh. Murals of 2 people and statues of 2 dogs. Huh, I wonder. Let me guess, there's 2 Pokemon instead? Yep, she definitely got that reference. Okay. It's like, probably because there's 2 versions of Sword and Shield. Brought into life for us to see. Yep, indeed they sure were. And yet they're aligned perfectly for some reason. Pokemon? It's like anything that is not a human that is described as a living being is just immediately declared as a Pokemon. It's like, I don't know, maybe they're just trying to cover something up. Oh man, I hope they try to cover this up as fast as possible. It's like, both of those answers are right. That's just like failing a trick question when both the answers are like the difference. So it's like, so it's like rice tastes exactly like this or this. It's like the correct ingredient in order to create chili is beans, and like, what is one ingredient you need to make chili? Either chili powder or beans. And it's just like either one of them is a guaranteed yes. So it's like, yeah, it's a trick question. It's not like, okay, is history being covered up by all that over stylized work? Over stylized, like, okay, you're art deaf, I guess. And yep, that's exactly how that goes. Can't wait to what? I'm sorry. Alright, so instead we're just gonna go right. Oh, there's a Diglett. So, Cap. And it's like, it's just burrowing through the brick and stuff. But now we're just gonna go ahead and go right over here to Glimwood Tangle. It's important to touch the mushrooms. Like, this game was clearly endorsed by Mario, I guess. And let's go ahead and give Barraskewda some attention. He hasn't gotten any attention in a little while. And, like, it's really cool that these things look designed like after Pokemon based off of objects, even though object-based Pokemon are like the worst, are like the most revered. And like, oh look, it's the Impidimps. This is also a new area, a new place where you can find Impidimps, but it's like the easiest place where you can get Impidimps. Oh, look at it! It's the cutest Pokemon imaginable. Like, I'm not just copying Alpharad, but I do actually agree with him. This is the coolest looking Pokemon. This is the cutest Pokemon ever. And it evolves into Hatterene, which is my favorite Pokemon of the generation and one of my new all-time favorites. It's probably my new favorite. Actually, I do need a Hattrem for my living dex, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this Great Ball. And I gotta say, the Glimwood Tangle here is one of my new favorite areas in. Okay, never mind. Wait, she can learn aromatherapy? That's very bizarre. Oh, and I guess this is the point where I'm gonna be needing Ultra Balls. There we go. Oh, it's just like, I don't have a living dex for the Generation 8 Pokemon, as I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Alright, Hattrem. No matter who you are, if you bring strong emotions near this Pokemon, it will silence you violently. Gosh, it is just the cutest thing ever. Like, I just want to hold it, and it's even better because it evolves into Hatterene, which is one of the best Pokemon of this generation. And it's like, au revoir, Cook Derek. Like, that does not sound like a French name. These guys look French. And it's a Milcery. Oh, it was the first shiny Pokemon I encountered in Pokemon Shield, but I credit it. I mean, I don't know why I'm complaining, because I did end up getting another shiny Milcery. And I even got it with a hidden ability, which is actually a pretty good ability. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually a pretty decent ability. It prevents Pokemon from falling asleep. Which is actually pretty legit. Ugh. And now we're getting into the. If you had to, so like you already know, my favorite Pokemon of Generation 8 is Decidueye, and that still has not changed. But if you had to ask me what my least favorite Pokemon of Generation 7 was, it is this thing. This is the ugliest This is the ugliest mushroom Pokemon ever. Like, this thing just looks really creepy. And plus, the battle tree has made me hate it. It's like, that thing is a piece of shit. It is so annoying. No, I don't want to teach it Fly. Oh, he's got a Sinistea. Isn't that interesting? And I think this is an authentic Sinistea. Either that, or I just managed to get my hands on like on a authentic Sinistea, and I just didn't know about it. So there's a thing with this Pokemon where there's both a normal form, there's a forged form, which is the basic form, and then the super rare version, which is the antique form. And the difference between the normal form, the forged form, like the idea is that there were famous pieces of pottery. Oh, okay, it's a Passimian. That's actually pretty cool. And I also forget that this is a Pokemon Sword. Sometimes I keep forgetting that this is a Pokemon Sword, and Passimian is a version exclusive. But this is the first time I've seen a Passimian. I've gotten a Passimian faster than finding an Oranguru in Pokemon Shield. I do like Passimian quite a bit. I love Passimian Shiny. It's such a good Shiny. Oh, and I guess in the next episode, like, it's not that the episode's over, I'm just assuming that... No, here's Nimpidimp, but it doesn't matter anyways. Oh, it's a Morgrem. And this is also another Pokemon I'm going to need for my Living Dex. But whether I kill it or not, it doesn't matter. Like, I can just breed it and then... Or just catch them in my own spare time. Swagger. Look at those swaggy hips. Yeah. Like, I gotta say, I've already said before earlier in this Let's Play that one of my favorite Pokemon of the generation is Grimmsnarl. Its baby evolution, on the other hand, I do not like. Like, I saw it and I'm just like, this design is really, really stupid. Alright, there we go. This is a really stupid design, but I'm like, I'm willing to keep an eye on it because it is a Dark Fairy, which is a typing I've actually been secretly wanting to see. I'm just like, but this design is just terrible. I do not like this design. But then people are like, we saw what it evolved into, and I'm just like, okay, this design is actually pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like the design of Morgrem. And then I saw Grimmsnarl, and I'm just like, whoa, that is badass. Like, that design is just really sick. Oh, it's a Sinistee. Alright, I didn't finish my thought with Sinistee, did I? So like there was a thing going around where people made these really antique forms of tea pottery, teapots and shit. But then there were people who were wanting to make a quick buck on that, and so, alright, just go right ahead. And I'll just go ahead and throw myself out of a helicopter, why don't I? It's like, I'm not gonna... You're joking me, right? Seriously? This thing got lucky that so lucky it could use Protect 3 times? So, like, what I'm trying to say, oh my gosh, if he used Protect and it succeeded a 4th time in a row, that would be like the dumbest luck imaginable. Dumbest luck against me, personally. And so people are like, oh shit, they're making forged potteries, and so people have to start putting special markings on the bottom of their pottery, so that way they'd be like, okay, these are the real versions, because you're just buying stupid shit. Because you're buying forgeries, people. Which that also extends to the Sinistee. You only have like a 1% chance of finding a forged finding an antique Sinistee. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and throw Mr. Mime into the front because I do kind of want him to evolve ASAP. Some mushrooms react in an interesting way when you touch them. Okay, thanks a lot, Grandma. I didn't ask. Madame Judy. Oh. And she has an Indeedee. So I finished my thing with like, so if you found yourself a yeah, that's not gonna work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swap out over to No, Runrigus isn't going to be able to do anything. Okay, this is kind of hard. So, Flapple. Go ahead. Flapple is our Lord and Savior. He will do everything correctly. So, what do I think of Indeedee? Indeedee is alright. I'm not a fan of Audino. But if you look at Indeedee, you can just look at it and be like, yeah, this thing is just edgy. It's just emo Audino. In the same way, Gothitelle is just basically emo. It's just... Oh, she's got another one. This is the female. Why do you have 2 male Indeedee? That's just so strange. I like the idea behind Indeedee, and the design is not bad, actually. And I like the concept. I like the concept in the design. It's just a butler Pokemon. And it's pretty cool. Madam's like me react in sad ways when we're defeated. Lady, I didn't bother asking you. Anyways, I'm gonna go over here. Excuse me. Oh, okay then. Well, I guess we're gonna end this episode on this note. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.